You know, while I was driving down the road the other day, I was just thinking to myself, absolutely stinks of feet in here. I've got my cycling shoes in the passenger door and my golfing shoes in the back, and all I can smell is feet in my van. Dave, what the absolute... No, mate. Just wondering, when's my cedar cladding gonna turn up? I would love to put the finishing touches on that pond, and I really think the cedar cladding would make a massive difference. Now, I've known from day one that I was going to clad that pond with cedar, yet it's the last thing I've bought. Although, to be honest, I am actually quite happy that I didn't buy it a year ago when I was at this stage then, because the quote I had for the cladding was almost twice what I've paid for it. So I saved myself a fair chunk of change by leaving it to this year to get it sorted, so I have to look at that as a win, as a bonus. And according to Roxy Nafusi, I guess I manifested that, because the very next day my cladding turned up. Whoa. As you've seen from my little intro there, I've already cladded the majority of the pond anyway, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm chuffed to bits with the way it's looking, to be honest. What I did want to show you is these screws that I got for cladding the pond. I actually seen them on another video that someone else had done, can't remember who it was now, but they were an absolute lifesaver. It made cladding the pond so much easier. When fitting the battens onto the wall, there was no need to pre-drill, plug and screw the wall. Simply straight through the wood, straight through the batten, straight into the block with your masonry bit. I used a 6mm bit and then just impact one of these things straight in through the wood into the wall. These are 8mm thick, I think, concrete screws, and I just drilled a 6mm hole and went straight in with the impact driver. Honestly, it made the job so much easier. I was able to fly through it. That's how many months it's been since I last uploaded a pond build video. I know I did do a video for you guys the other week, but that was just me answering a few questions that I've had about the biofiltration. It wasn't really anything to do with the pond build. So the colour of this water here behind me, I got pea green soup at the minute. The reason for that is I was treating battling Costia for a couple of weeks. Had the UV off while I was using malachite green and formalin to treat. That was off for a couple of weeks, and when I went to turn it back on, the bulb was popped, it was gone. So I ordered a new one on Saturday, which has only just turned up today, Thursday. Which reminds me, that's upstairs in my office. A couple of jobs that I need to do. Obviously, we're going to fit this UV that I talked about, and if the Great British Weather will do us a favour, we'll be able to get some. I've only been able to oil half of the cedar because when I go to do the other half, it starts raining every time. So I don't know if I'm going to get away with it today, but we'll take this down and get this fitted anyway. So that's the UV, the old one. Pretty simple these anyway, you just plug the cable in so you can't go wrong. There's nothing really to show you there, just plugs into the ballast that I have over here on the wall. I know, it's like Flight of the Navigator in there, the amount of dials and everything else. Yeah, so like I was saying, I had a 40 watt on there originally. but I've managed. I mean, the 40 watt did absolutely fine on the pond. In the drum, cleared it, not a problem. But I've managed to squeeze a 55 in the drum this time. So we'll see if it does any better, clears it any quicker. Next job on the agenda is going to be cleaning this room up. It is like an absolute building site in here. It looks like a bloody bomb's gone off. I've got tools everywhere. So, tell you a story about this little thing though. Testament to DeWalt. I was using this to drive home the screws on the cladding, and I set it on top of the pond and went to lift the chair over the corner of the pond and knocked it in straight into the pond. Obviously fetched it out straight away. The other battery was completely dud. Left it on the side to dry overnight, and yeah, still working. Can't believe it. Well impressed. Well, I have managed to give it a little clean up in here now. It's looking a lot better than it was, and in true British summer fashion, it's absolutely pouring it down. So I'm not going to be able to oil the rest of my cedar today. I did take myself over to see Chris Masters yesterday, just to pick some dry goods up and see him. I haven't been to see him in a long time, so that was good. Pleasure as always. Love seeing him. He's a fantastic bloke. Got some class fish in that pond. I did try and get a price for a couple, but he said they're not for sale, so obviously the ones he must be keeping for his personal collection. But now that I've tidied up in here, I'll be able to go and get me haul out of my truck and get it put away in here. So gonna go and jump on and do that now. Well, as you can see behind me, I picked up some food from Chris yesterday. Sake Akari colour, which I have in the auto feeder at the minute. A mix with Hikari Gold mixed. I mean, I didn't really need any food, to be fair, because I got another 15 kilo bag here, and I've literally just filled the auto feeder, but can't really compete with Chris's prices, so it pays just to grab it while we were there. And obviously my calci worm as well that I like to feed, and as you know, Koi Master's Advantage. So I also picked up a bag of that Sake Hikari Shiroji pure white. I have made a mess, but I have fed that before, so seriously expensive. And the only reason I bought it was because Chris had one bag left. He said he bought a load in for a customer, and he had a few bags, and that was his last one, and the price was right. Otherwise I wouldn't be feeding that, because it's colossal money. But I have used it before, and it does do exactly what it says on the tin. It does bring the whites up really, really good. Obviously I'm not going to be feeding it alongside the colour and any other foods, but I'll keep it here. It's well packed, and I'll use it when the temperatures slightly come down a bit towards the end of the season, maybe. Yeah, got it for a bargain. Just on the topic of feeding, oh, I can't reach because I'm a short horse. I think I'm feeding, I think I'm on about 600 grams a day Yeah, 600 grams a day, 15 feeds at 40 grams, and that's I only started that in the first of this month. That's Hikari Gold and colour at a 70-30 split. 70 Hikari Gold, 30 colour, I think that's what I mixed it at anyway. Is it? No. 66 to 33. 10 kilos to 5 kilos I mixed together. So that'll be 2 to 1. 66% to 33%. That'll be better maths. Yeah, Hikari Gold and colour. So that's what I'm feeding.